Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we have some more details on the race for governor. Plus, one Williamsburg police officer is being recognized for putting vehicle safety first.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6:31 on October 13th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Evan Hatter for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, Evan, another great day ahead as we head into festivals this evening, I guess all day today, and Friday night football. A lot going on, so something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. Looking good if you're headed out to the beginning of the second half of the Jenny Wiley Festival there in downtown Prestonsburg later on today, or maybe tonight you're waiting to head out to high school football. We're looking good as we head through tonight. Now, this morning, we're dealing with a little bit of fog out there. Here's a look around the region from our studios here in Hazard, a look in Pikeville as well, rather foggy. You can see that layer of fog on the Buffalo Mountain camera, but it's not everywhere. You see Moorhead, Jenkins, even London Corbin Airport looking okay, so just leave a little extra time to get where you need to go. Visibility is a mile or less. Harlan, Hazard, down into Middlesboro and Williamsburg. So a foggy morning yet again. Temperatures as you step out the door, low to mid-50s. So it's debatable on the jacket there. Some of us near 60, maybe you can get away without the jacket because we're going to be in the 80s as we head a little bit later on today. As we head through the next 12 hours, quickly near 60 by 9 o'clock, mid-70s by lunchtime, and around 80 as we head out in this afternoon. But notice the clouds increase as we head toward high school football this evening. That is a sign of things to come as we head into our weekend. The details on that here in a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Evan. We are learning more about a deadly Whitley County crash. Several agencies were responding to a terrible crash last night on Highway 92. It was just west of Williamsburg and I-75. The coroner says a 41-year-old woman was found dead at the scene. The name of the victim has not been released. She was a front seat passenger, and 5 others were airlifted to the hospital. Their condition is not known. State police are leading the investigation. A stretch of I-75 is back open in Rockcastle County. The sheriff says they responded to a crash at the 54-mile marker yesterday evening that caused a major traffic backup. It involved a pickup truck towing a camper trailer. The passenger was flown to the hospital. Their condition is not known. The driver suffered minor injuries, and fire officials say one person was arrested. It's not known what the charges are for. A Knox County woman was arrested after police discovered suspected meth following a traffic stop. Yesterday, officers with the Corbin Police Department arrested 37-year-old Tammy Spicer of Gray. They say Spicer tried to give them a fake name, but they later figured out who she was. During a search of the vehicle, suspected meth and drug paraphernalia was found. Spicer faces multiple charges and was also served with 3 outstanding warrants. The federal trial against former Commonwealth's attorney Ronnie Goldie has been delayed. It was originally supposed to start later this month, but now it's been pushed back to January. Goldie is accused of doing favors for a woman facing prosecution in exchange for nude photos of her. He was impeached and convicted back in March. The trial is now set for January 12th at 10 a.m. We are continuing to fact-check claims made on the campaign trail in the race for governor. Kristen Kennedy takes a look at a claim about jobs made by Republican challenger Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
Cost of living, inflation, and the economy were top issues for our viewers. The Attorney General doesn't shy away from talking about job growth in the state. He'd like to see more and faster. He made a claim recently on WKYT Newsmakers with Bill Bryant, criticizing the governor's approach of getting people back to work.
If you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are fewer people working in Kentucky now than when he took the oath of office.
Let's fact check this. The governor took the oath of office in December of 2019. We pulled numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Kentucky Center for Statistics. Both show the unemployment rate was 4.1% then. The most recent numbers from both sources show the unemployment rate is actually lower right now. It's 4% even. That translates to 84,184 Kentuckians unemployed in December of 2019. And now there are 81,966 Kentuckians unemployed. That is 2,200 less. Cameron's claim is referencing the labor force.
Since 2019, when he took the oath of office, there are 27,000 fewer Kentuckians working.
The BLS and the Kentucky Center for Statistics do show a smaller labor force. That is, everyone 16 and older classified as employed or unemployed. Both show Kentucky's labor force in December of 2019 was 2,076,707 people. Last month, it was 2,048,953 people. That is a difference of roughly 27,000 people no longer searching for employment. And the governor and attorney general are divided on the ways in which they want to get that number back to pre-pandemic levels.
Cameron and Beshear will debate a few times between now and Election Day. The last one will be at our sister station, WKYT, in Lexington on October 24th. Police from numerous departments came together yesterday at North Laurel High School for training. Police went over procedures and plans for active shooter situations. Emergency management and EMS were also there. Officials say they want to make sure their plans for disaster and weather-related events are up to date.
It's the unknown, and you look at the history of school shooters, you know, they show up to die and kill as many as they can.
Laurel County Schools has their own police force, which places officers in every school. One Williamsburg police officer is being recognized for his efforts in promoting seatbelt safety. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
Officer Bryson Lawson with the Williamsburg Police Department was awarded for issuing the most seatbelt and child booster seat citations.
I've been with the department for 3 years now. This award is it's basically just an achievement for, you know, promoting safety. It's a big thing with our department. Throughout Whitley County, we don't have many people that wear seatbelts.
He says it's a matter of life and death.
Each time you get in the vehicle, you never know whether you're going to make it home or not. And putting on the seatbelt just enhances the likelihood of you coming home to your friends, family, and children.
Officer Lawson says even though it might have been something that's been taught in schools for a long time, they're still seeing an increase in those numbers of people not wearing their seatbelts, especially when involved in a crash.
Seatbelt enforcement is a very big thing. I went to a wreck probably 2 weeks ago, and the girl in the front seat didn't have a seatbelt on, so she almost went through the windshield. It just shows time and time again that people are, you know, they're getting more careless in their actions.
He says it's important to keep your seatbelt on at all times, no matter when or where you're driving, because it is simple.
Well, I mean, it's proven fact seatbelts save lives, you know, on a day-to-day basis.
In Williamsburg, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Officer Lawson says receiving the award shows he is doing something right, adding he will continue trying to keep folks in Williamsburg safe.
Mountain for most this morning, cool for others. 50 here in Hazard and Manchester, 51 London, 52 out in Somerset. Look at Jackson, 59, 58 in Monticello, even cooler elsewhere. 49 Irvin, mid-40s, 46 a popular number as you head into Southwest Virginia. So still watching some cooler spots today. Headed out to the bus stop this morning. Well, you're going to have to deal with the fog early, but otherwise mostly sunny, mid-50s. Distant clouds start to work in as we head into the afternoon, upper 70s to near 80 as the kids hop off the bus this afternoon. If you send them to school with the hoodie or the coat, make sure they don't leave it in the cubby or the locker because they're not going to need it this afternoon. They will need it this weekend, though. The details on that in a few minutes. Olivia?
Thanks, Evan, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:40. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. We'll have more on Israel's new warning to more than 1 million people in the northern Gaza Strip.
Stop forecast sponsored by Big Sandy Heating and Cooling, the king of comfort.